Welcome to Huntington Beach, California.
You're watching Pro Surfing Roundup.
Coming up in this edition of Pro Surfing Roundup, we got J-Bay covered. Check out the action from the fourth stop on the ASP World Tour. Next, it's the Roxy Jam in Biarritz, where the Women's World Longboarding Championship was held. And one of the biggest events in the continental United States, it's the U.S. Open of Surfing, straight from Surf City, Huntington Beach. Don't go away. Pro Surfing Roundup, presented by Paul Mitchell, is next.
Welcome to Pro Surfing Roundup, presented by Paul Mitchell. I'm your host, Lexi Lautsker. We're here at the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach, California, where thousands of surf fans from around the world have converged in one location to see their favorite surfers in action. We have plenty of news, interviews, and contest results coming up on the U.S. Open of Surfing. But first, I'm going to pass it on to PSR's Mark Wilder with a report on the Billabong Pro at Jeffreys Bay in South Africa.
Thanks, Lexi. We saw some incredible action at this year's event in Jeffreys Bay, South Africa. Event number 4 of 10 on the ASP World Tour. Coming into the contest with 4 prior J-Bay wins, Slater missed most of his heat due to a delay in his air travel, but was able to defeat Damien Hobgood in earlier rounds. Then on day 3, a huge upset as local wildcard Sean Holmes eliminates Slater, who failed to find his rhythm.
It's just great, getting the opportunity to surf against those guys, and then at the same time being able to, bring my surf into the paw and match the guys wave for wave.
Slater's elimination will force him to battle ferociously to regain his #1 status in upcoming events. A recently rehabbed Joan Deroux of France was up against Taj Burrow in round 3. Taj opened the round with a couple of great waves, including a score of 8.93, causing Deroux to struggle against the world number 3. Deroux was finally eliminated by Burrow with a total of 10.64 to Taj's 13.93. Adrian D'Souza was on fire with some of his best surfing ever seen at J-Bay.
Yeah, just keep going. I think all my country right now is so stoked, to see me at the quarters again in this event. So I hope I make it a good event this year.
D'Souza has reached the quarterfinals here 4 times in the past. In round 4, he takes out Adrian Buchan to advance. Local favorite and crowd pleaser Jordy Smith dazzled in the 2-meter super tubes on day 3. With friends and family cheering him on, he eliminates Aussie Owen Wright with his 2 best scoring rides, an 8.60 and a 9.27.
Yeah, it was a little more consistent than my last heat, but I knew Owen was going to be a tough competitor. He's probably looked, pretty much the best backside out here all event long, so I knew it was going to be tough to beat him, and had to pick the right waves, and luckily I just did that.
Now on to day 4. In the first quarterfinal of the day, Adrian D'Souza is taken out by the already on-fire Jordy Smith. D'Souza takes 5th place. Next, South African Sean Holmes sees his last wave and is sent home by Bede Durbridge, resulting in a 5th place finish alongside Hobgood, Sean Holmes, D'Souza, and Dane Reynolds. Reynolds loses to Taj Burrow in the quarterfinals. On to the semifinals. Rookie Adam Melling up against fellow countryman Taj Burrow. Melling, with a combined score of 14, defeats Taj with his 10.76, leaving Taj a 3rd place finish. The big story in the semis was the battle between Bede Durbridge and local hero Jordy Smith. Durbridge forcing Smith into a near impossible combo situation. In the final 4 minutes of the heat, Jordy pulls off a miracle with a fantastic 2-wave combo. Taking to the air, Jordy pulls it off, leaving Bede Durbridge with a 3rd place finish. Jordy moves on to the finals up against Adam Melling, the rookie, fighting to stay on the tour. Smith, with the support of the crowd, continued to annihilate. With huge cars and spectacular aerials, Jordy Smith racks up an 8.90 ride, followed by a 9.0 out of 10. His combined score, impossible to catch up for Melling, resulting in the local hero's first South African win at J-Bay.
I'm so, over the moon. I don't even have words that can describe how I feel. I came out of the water, even in the water I started crying, and gave Melling a big hug, and it's really cool to be out there surfing with him because he's a really humble guy, and I have a lot of respect for him, and he's probably one of the best surfers out here at J-Bay. And coming in, I was just so overwhelmed. I was crying the whole way up, and then kind of had to figure out, wrap it up, Jordy. This is not a time to be a wussy, so put a smile on your face and just thank everyone that's, giving you support.
This is Jordy's first ASP World Tour win since qualifying in 2008, and that puts him at the #1 spot in the world rankings. Back to you, Lexi.
All right, we're here at the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach, California, checking out the surf contest. Gonna talk to some of the locals, see what's going on. What do you guys think of the contest today?
The contest has been epic. The weather down here is fantastic. Huntington Beach can't get any better. Look around here. What else could you ask for? It's beautiful.
Yeah, who you rooting for?
Definitely Kelly Slater is always a hometown favorite. We love it here. Brett's been doing awesome today. Waves, hopefully they pick up a little bit, but right now, beautiful weather, love it. Everything's epic.
All right, and you're from the area as well. Tell me a little bit, try to explain to the viewers at home what the energy of the contest is like here.
It's actually just a chill contest. The X Games just got over, so we come over here, get to the U.S. Open, and just try to do our best, recover after the X Games, and get it done, All
right, we're going to check out some of the girls. Girls, come over here. Look at these gorgeous girls. There's, all over the beach. So, girls, what, as far as like the surf shops here, what's your favorite surf shop in Huntington?
Probably Jack.
Yeah.
Jack's, yeah, I like Jack's.
Well, what do you think about being here at the contest, even if you're not a surfer? What do you feel like? What's your take on the whole thing?
You can't not have fun here. It's amazing. So being in the sun is always fun.
Yep. This contest is for everybody, surfers and non-surfers alike. Huntington Beach, California, unbelievable, well worth the visit here to the U.S. Open of Surfing.
Coming up next on Pro Surfing Roundup, more surf action from the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach, California. Who will win the $100,000 grand prize? And later, the Women's World Longboarding Championship from Biarritz, France. It's the Pro Surfing Roundup presented by Paul Mitchell. You are watching Pro Surfing Roundup, sponsored in part by Yaga, More Better Threads. Visit us at www.yagaclothing.com. And Paul Mitchell, ready for a new look? Get inspired by the hottest celebrity styles and the latest trends created by Paul Mitchell stylists. Visit paulmitchell.com.
Hi, I'm Corey Lopez. You're watching Pro Surfing Roundup.
Welcome back to Pro Surfing Roundup. We're here at the U.S. Open of Surfing in Huntington Beach, California. They're celebrating over 50 years of competitive surfing, and that's why this contest draws the best surfers in the world. Kelly Slater's here, Rob Machado, Corey Lopez, Mick Fanning, just to name a few. Even Brett Simpson, returning champion, is here to defend his title. So we're going to take a look at some of the contest action. How'd it go out there?
Yeah, it was fun. Decent waves and stoked to get through. Move on to another day.
How was it compared to last year?
The waves aren't as big, but there's still a lot of good waves for good maneuvers, and it's showing. A lot of the guys are doing amazing tricks. So that's what we all come out here for and wake up early every morning.
All right, Brett Simpson, local favorite here, representing. All right, Pro Surfing Roundup. I'm here with Jordy Smith. Jordy, what's your take on the contest?
Pretty mad, it's a lot of people around everywhere. The waves are pretty small, but it's always fun being out there and catching a few in Huntington.
That's great, and right now I know you're in the #1 spot. How does that feel being here and competing against the best guys?
It feels pretty good. Just see everyone, see what they got to show, and it's like a whole city on the beach, so it's pretty cool.
That is cool. And is this your first year competing, or did you compete last year?
No, it's my first year competing in the US Open, so we'll see how it goes.
Tell me about the heat out there.
The heat was fun, I caught pretty good waves. Jordy caught good ones, so yeah, he's a #1. He surfed better than me. He's won CT, so it's a good job for me. Good result, so keep going like that.
Yeah, well, it seemed like every time he'd get a wave, you'd answer right back. So do you have any strategy out there?
Yeah, it's just fly everywhere, just cut the wave and then surf, fly at the end. Thanks, buddy.
We are right in the middle of the festival village. pretty awesome around here. All kinds of representatives from different companies around the community. We have the LA Times here, Skull Candy behind us, GZ1 in the back, kids running around getting tattooed with skateboards, all kinds of free product being given out. And this is what the surfing community is all about, is promoting, sponsoring, and giving away the goods. And we're having a great time here at the Festival Village. All right, I'm here with Team Paul Mitchell. We're gonna find out a little bit what we got going on at the contest here today.
Hello, my name's Kalina. You're in the Paul Mitchell tent. And what we do here, we've got our Costa Mesa School. Future professionals from the school are here cutting hair for charity, raising money for the Life Rolls On Foundation. It's a spinal cord rehabilitation place. They're amazing. It's a $15 minimum donation per haircut, and 100% of those donations go right back to LRO. So check out the booth. We've got some haircuts going on back here. People are walking by, we just kind of pull them in, first come, first serve. You come get your haircut, you walk away with some great samples, feeling good about yourself and even looking better. So.
All right, looking good and doing good deeds. I like it. Paul Mitchell's always representing here. So what do you think I should do with my hair?
You know, we'll get maybe we can even work with some color. We'll put some like hot pink streaks in here.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could do the fun color stuff out here, but you know, we'll get you a little trim. We'll get you hooked up. Maybe some cool braids. We'll etch in some lines on the side.
Maybe next time.
We're crazy with it.
Don't go away. More surfing coming up from the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach, California, and women's longboarding from the Roxy Jam Biarritz. Next on Pro Surfing Roundup, presented by Paul Mitchell.
Hi, this is Kelly Slater, and you're watching Pro Surfing Roundup.
Had an incredible Sunday of pro surf here at the U.S. Open. Quarterfinals drama with Mick Fanning beating out Jadson Andre despite this incredible aerial maneuver.
Grab rail goes and lands it. Whoa!
Jadson believed he had clinched the heat here, but the judges thought otherwise, sending Fanning into the semis to take on Jordy Smith. The main focus of the semifinals was the battle between 9-time world champ Kelly Slater and defending U.S. Open champ Brett Simpson. Simpson, the hometown hero, putting his local knowledge of the break to good use. Slater struggling to put together a score for the win in the subpar waves. Simpson squeezes past Slater with a score of 13.37 to Slater's 13.33. How was it out there today, Kelly?
It was okay. It was in there. It was a little slow, but there were a few waves. It's all right.
Yeah.
Probably low tide will be okay.
It looked like you're having fun. How many years have you surfed in this contest?
I'm not sure, to be honest, because I quit surfing in it for about 10 years or 8 years. So, I don't know, at least 10 times or a dozen times maybe.
Jordy Smith then takes out Mick Fanning, bringing up the final round.
I knew he was going to be a top competitor. He's probably been one of the better surfers throughout the event. So yeah, you know, just out there having fun and living it.
Now in the finals, Jordy Smith up against local hero Brett Simpson. Brett's family and friends cheering him on from the beach, everybody hoping to witness Brett pull a back-to-back win at the U.S. Open.
Jordy in the final, Jordy and Brett. Unbelievable. 2 years in a row? Oh, yay. You couldn't write this up and have people believe it. And beat Slater in the semifinal? Oh, yeah. You know, it's almost, I just said, it's almost like it's surreal. Hard to believe this is really going on.
With $100,000 on the line, Brett finds the key set waves, leaving Jordy frazzled. A long lull in the waves leaves the last few minutes of the heat with no waves to be found.
Yeah, the beach just erupting right there, knowing that local standout Brett Simpson not only once, but now twice taking the U.S. Open of surfing right in his own backyard, Mitch.
Simpson pulls off the win with the 13.97 to Jordy's 8.33.
How can you do this dream twice? It doesn't seem surreal right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't even, is this a dream? I'm going to retire.
All right, I'm here with some fans on the beach. You guys, what did you think of the contest?
Thought it was pretty good. I thought Jordy was struggling with a couple waves. It didn't really come for him, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think that Brett Simpson, he held the championship last year, and I think he had a really good chance this year. So he definitely earned it.
That's awesome. Are you guys Brett Simpson fans?
I definitely am because I'm from Huntington. So
all right.
I live in San Diego now though, but I still rep Brett Simpson for sure.
With the Champions family, Brett Simpson's family. How are you related?
I'm Brett's aunt.
All right, and how does it feel to watch him win 2 years in a row?
Absolutely amazing. Couldn't be better.
So when you guys were there and it was getting down to the, the heats and everything, what were you feeling on the beach?
Well, first of all, I woke up at 4 o'clock with a nervous stomach and almost anxiety, but it's definitely nerve-rattling. And Brett, he's notorious for taking it down to the wire for all of us, so we're almost on the verge of having a heart attack out there, but totally stoked that he pulled it off and had another fairy tale ending.
Stay tuned. We have more pro surfing coming up next. It's the Women's World Longboarding Championship on the line at the Roxy Jam in Biarritz, France. Next on Pro Surfing Roundup, presented by Paul Mitchell. You are watching Pro Surfing Roundup, sponsored by Paul Mitchell. And now here's Heather Rose.
The 2010 Roxy Jam Biarritz was held in Côte de Basse, France, and was center stage for Women's Longboard Championships. The Villa Belsa overshadowed the contest zone here in south of France while the ladies battled it out for title of Women's World Longboard Champ. Day one of the two-day event, Jen Smith displayed her talents with stylish nose riding up against Cassia Meador. Leah Dawson blending contemporary moves with traditional style here. She's one of the best in the world but falls short in round 2 to Joy Monahan.
This was definitely a good boost and set me off on the right track. I definitely have a nice line of competitors in front of me to get to the world title, but I'm really passionate about it this year and have been preparing really hard and have been enjoying my time doing so.
Caitlin McGuire advances with waves like this, showing the crowd just how to execute a hang 10, while Colleen Menard from Reunion Island also advances into the quarterfinals. Day 2 in beautiful Biarritz, the crowds are out to catch some great women's surfing. Caitlin McGuire from the USA up against Colleen Menard from Reunion Island. Caitlin outperforming Colleen with moves like this and advances into the semis.
I was just nervous because I saw Colleen get a good wave before and I just wanted to get a really good score, and when I heard that score I was happy because, I don't know, before I got an 8 and I was just always trying to better my scores and try to improve in every wave I can.
In Heat 2 of the semis, Caitlin McGuire up again, this time versus local Justine Dupont. Dupont's score of 6 on this wave was just not enough to eliminate McGuire with her score of 7.65. Finals time in Biarritz. Corey Schumacher and Caitlin McGuire in All-American Finals. Caitlin, first time ever surfing an ASP World Title decider. She put up a fight but fell short to Corey with the clean 2 to 3 foot surf. Corey Schumacher dominated the finals, scoring a 9.25 on this wave and totaling 17.25, making her the 2010 Women's World Longboard Champion.
I think it was about 6 minutes left and it just all washed over me, and just my entire body I felt tingly, and it was great. It's such an amazing feeling. It's really good. This would be my first ASP title, which I really wanted, so it's huge.
Et qui est la seule et la première femme à remporter 3 titres de championne du monde de longboard.
Thanks for watching Pro Surfing Roundup, presented by Paul Mitchell. From Huntington Beach, California, and the U.S. Open of Surfing, we'll see you next time.